This session is going to be a selection of talk. It starts with a talk by Koleya Karringten. She speaks on behalf of Canadian Blockchain Consortium. She is a sponsor of the conference, and so the Canadian Blockchain Consortium was founded with this grand goal of bringing diverse communities who have interest and a stakeholder and a stake in the blockchain together. And that includes the businesses, owners, developers, adopters, and those who are interested in this domain. I let Koleya introduce the consortium and their position paper on the role of blockchain in Alberta economy. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Koleya Karringten. I'm the Executive Director, as she said, for the Canadian Blockchain Consortium. And I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us today for this presentation. At the Canadian Blockchain Consortium, we do strive to build bridges with other blockchain hubs globally. And I am excited that this is our first event collaborating with the University of Alberta as a sponsor to this amazing conference. I often find that a lot of people around the world are surprised at just how much blockchain activity is really going on in Canada. And I'm looking forward to sharing the outcomes of our first major white paper. This united our community in a deep analysis of the impact of this amazing technology on one of our provincial economies. So even though we are Canada's national advocacy organization for the advancement of blockchain technology, we do have very strong roots in the province of Alberta. I live here, which was why it was part of the focus of the paper. Alberta has the advantages of a world-class energy sector for Bitcoin mining, major industries that will benefit from business-based blockchain or enterprise blockchain applications, as well as a strong support from our provincial government for advancing this technology. So through engaging leaders in Alberta's blockchain community, it made this paper possible, as well as the generous sponsorship of a blockchain staking and infrastructure firm called I'm Mining Technologies. We learned an incredible amount, some of which we'll be sharing with you today. So after collaborating with our government, our industry, and our ecosystem, we developed a series of goals for the white paper that would help shape its research. It was intended as a keystone document for our provincial government leaders to help them understand the blockchain landscape and develop a growth strategy. We wanted both public and private sector priorities to be represented. So the mission behind our organization's first white paper was to understand the role and market potential of different blockchain industry segments, also how traditional industries can benefit from blockchain disruption and cryptocurrency, regulatory and policy considerations for industry growth, as well as how Alberta can promote its advantages and the broad potential of these technologies to positively impact the Alberta economy. So we're lucky that in Alberta, we've had tremendous knowledge resources to leverage when developing the paper. At all levels of scale and specialization, we combined interviews with leaders in blockchain areas like mining, exchanges, enterprise solutions, and Bitcoin services with industry representation from fintech, law, natural resource, and supply chain management. We then incorporated secondary research that included blockchain's global applications and economic potential. A key focus of the report was on Alberta's cryptocurrency market development, and with the explosion of adoption and trading in 2021, it offers critical opportunities that our province can leverage, especially at a time when new and often misguided regulations are driving service companies out of their jurisdictions, including the province of Ontario. They seem to have the least friendly regulatory province, unfortunately. But to build these regulations that protect consumers, because that's very, very important, while allowing the industry to flourish, which is also important, government engagement is very key. And as you can see from this tweet from our Innovation Minister, Doug Schweitzer, the province has recently committed to becoming a blockchain leader, including through the creation of a new sandbox environment for crypto companies to experiment in. We got the privilege of being with Minister Taves when they made the provincial announcement for this particular sandbox. Currently, our industry is ready for fast scaling. So we have approximately about 40 companies right now, but a large amount of interest in relocations from major exchanges. We just got Binance, which is the largest exchange in the world, that relocated its offices, its Canadian offices, into Calgary. We also have a lot of mining companies looking at coming in from all around the world, places from Texas, as well as a lot of the southern United States, and then some companies in Europe. We believe that based on our interviews and analysis that we could potentially capture 20% of the global market mining hash rate and become a hub for this innovation. It was really interesting when Texas decided to support the Bitcoin mining industry. It was about $3.6 billion in economic benefits came within a few short years of making that particular announcement. But a big part of that innovation will be enhancing our existing industries, including critical sectors like energy and transportation. So Alberta's strong AI and IoT ecosystems are eager to engage with blockchain companies, and this will create new potential for automation, reduce costs, new value creation, and to enable Alberta to participate in what PwC predicts will be a US $1.76 trillion blockchain-driven growth by about 2030. So that is an incredible amount of value to be created by this ecosystem. Some of our top industries that blockchain can optimize include energy, finance, and agriculture, where applications like smart contracts and product traceability, infrastructure like cryptocurrency mining, and being able to provide secure, high-demand crypto services will support accelerating this particular growth. Traceability and tokenization in particular will transform our resources and transportation industries. And a major priority for our enterprise blockchain community is in building past integration with other digital data technologies like IoT and AI. This will help our industries to automate, verify, and secure critical data, as well as boost our international trade. Like other regions, making transitions from resource economies to technology economies, we do need fast growth. And if we develop our strategy right, Alberta is poised for major relocations for multinational companies like leading miners and exchanges, new revenue stream creation by our existing businesses, and leadership as the need for new data centers accelerates globally. One of the interesting things about Bitcoin mining alone is it could lay the framework for data center expansion. So just with Metaverse, they're anticipating that data centers are going to have to triple their capacity by 2030 to be able to support that new digital ecosystem. And Bitcoin miners are also very much built in the same way that data centers are. So by supporting that infrastructure for this mining side, it also supports major organizations like Amazon and Google and Microsoft adopting their data centers in Alberta as well, and helping us sell that energy on the internet. A key opportunity for Alberta with its abundant natural gas resources and inexpensive development land, of course, as I was saying, this is for the data centers. Crypto mining, where we have about 3.75 billion a year opportunity, as well as predicted expansion needed for Metaverse and Web3. So our white paper ended with a summary of key findings driven from our primary research interviews, as well as an analysis of how our province fits into blockchain's global trajectory. So our findings included in this regional advantages, where Alberta's low cost of living is a great place to relocate, abundant energy resources and inexpensive building operations and low taxes. Quite a few companies commented on this being a large reason for why they located their businesses here. In terms of government support, it was definitely essential for business growth, and we are creating better regulatory clarity, facilitating banking options, public government support, and new regulations for a better fit. A lot of companies across Canada looked, if they're going to be in the financial services side of the blockchain space, they do set up a corporate entity in Alberta to work alongside our Alberta Alberta Securities Commission, because they are the more friendly. In terms of industry education, one of the biggest barriers to blockchain adoption across the survey of interview participants was a lack of a base level understanding of the technology. So definitely need to support better education in this space. And then the potential impact, the consortium estimates potential GDP impact of a strong Alberta blockchain sector will be worth $4 to $8 billion by 2030, with 10,000 to 15,000 jobs created at varying skill levels. So I'm pleased to be able to say that our paper was very well received by both industry and government, and we're looking forward to continuing to participate in the development of Alberta's blockchain strategy. Our next initiative is a convergence plan that examines how we can effectively collaborate across industries and technology sectors to create strong network effect from blockchain's growth. And we're planning our next white paper on blockchain's economic impact by 2023. This is definitely an exciting time for the blockchain sector, and the more we collaborate and cross-pollinate ideas globally, the faster we can all move forward together. To learn more about our organization and our white paper, please check us out at canadablockchain.ca. Our convergence plan will be announced at our 3rd annual Alberta Technology Symposium, and this plan was funded by Alberta Innovates. Thank you.